EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Condors of Buenos Aires taking on the Black Knights of Columbus.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Argentinians,
they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Ready up. Now a 2nd and 10. Get it. Let go. They'll run right here with Brooks.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Cowboy 80.
To throw is Reed from the gun on 3rd down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Here we go. Set. Johnny Lions. Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. At the 37-yard line.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ready. A give running left now to Wendell.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Buenos Aires first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you look at this defense,
they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bravo 80.
They'll try the middle with Buenos.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
70.
Another try for Guerrero.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
60 by 6.
Off the bootleg. Pace. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
19, 18. Go.
Back to throw. Pace toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Black Knights offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. You understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready,
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Reed will try to pick it up himself. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy it.
Off the play fake. Pace. From the left side. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Let's go now.
Here's Guerrero on first down.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
7, go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ready? 60 boxes.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pace. And some space here. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Ready up.
Looking to throw. Pace. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun. Pace. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
2 yards.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
At the 33-yard line.
Go.
Now a first carry here for the running back. That one goes for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Once again, it's Brooks.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass complete. That's Lovett.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
18 Cardinal.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Ready? Cougar 19.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Reed now throwing to start the drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Columbus first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Clutching 18.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Deontay Banks on the coverage.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw again.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Buenos Aires offense back out now.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off play action. Pace. Going deep here for Watkins. This is intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go! 70 Lions.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 3.
Come on. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Back to throw. Lee. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Cougar 19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away, you expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach here says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it. That's because I believe in you guys.
Second down in the yard.
Second in the yard at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake. Reed.
To the left side, he finds Tesla.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 6.
Catch number 44 of on the year. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Reed.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Okay,
now a first and 10 at the 11.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Reed. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's second down.
Second and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Looking to throw. Reed. And it'll be intercepted.
Reed's pass. Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10.
Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Condors.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Operating from the gun. Pace. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the Halftime Report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
set to kick off.
All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the peewee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
60 Eagles, 60. Ready.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Pace.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the gun on third down. Pace. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Reed, off play action. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Go.
Now Reed, off the play fake. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 2.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Reed. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here's Reed. Off play action.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
39-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready,
so on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Reed in trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
They'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
19, 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these 2 defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
It's a gain of 7.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd and 3 at at the 46-yard line.
Flag! 70 Timberwolves.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Columbus. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
On the double.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready. Ready.
Off play action. Reed. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down.
Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
To throw is Reed. Off the play fake. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Reed now from the gun on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go. Omaha. Cowboy 80.
2nd and 9 now. This throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Go.
Off the play fake. Reed. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown. Grant Calcaterra, his first touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Ready, break.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
Off play action. Pace. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's good for a Buenos Aires.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. Ennis Rakestraw on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Handoff here, Guerrero. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
60 Eagles.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pace. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pace. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Pace. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
First down, Buenos Aires.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the set. Let's go. Panther 60. Ready.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He's back to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal.
18 Cardinal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Come on. 60 Eagles.
Operating from the gun. Reed. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
60 Bison.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score